just something entirely new.
Talking about the advertising campaign, that's the reason we're here talking right now is because
It certainly worked.
yeah. So
I mean, I think like, what other AI companion companies do you know about?
very few.
I think for the vast majority of people out, like everyone from my high school or everyone I know that lives in New York sent me pictures of these ads and like talked about it. And they don't know any competitor of mine or anything like that. And I think even if my competitors may have way more users than I do in some ways, in the long run, I don't know if that really matters. I think a lot of my competitors too are entirely focused on the market that currently exists for AI companions, which for the most part is like, mostly lonely, weird people. But I am mostly trying to expand the demographics of this market, which is why I put a major saturation campaign in the biggest social city on the planet, really. I believe that as culture progresses, everyone around here will be kind of indifferent to the concept of an AI being one of your 5 closest friends. I think that'll be obvious, and I think the mind share then matters quite a lot right now, even in some ways more than the product. Even though I do care about the product more than anything else, I think right now that is the most important thing, like securing the mindshare, like planting my flag everywhere. That like if when you think about AI friendship and AI companion stuff like that, your mind goes to friend.com and honestly me as well. Like the founders of a lot of these other companies shy away completely from the public about it, which is such a shame because people make such an overreaction to AI, and it's funny to rile people up in a way. I get called like incomprehensible levels of evil, like every single day, all throughout all these comment sections and stuff like that. And like, I just think it's a huge overreaction, but it's very entertaining.
My understanding is you wrote this entire ad campaign yourself.
I was inspired by dog shelter ads that drove past my house, which I ripped some of the copy from. But they had like a picture of a dog, and I was like, it would be funny if I put a friend there instead, and like wrote that down in my journal. Like I was sitting on my porch, and buses drove by me, and forgot about it. And then after I started shipping the product, like the media people hit me up and were like, because as they would do if you launch a company and people want to buy billboards, and they were trying to sell me billboards in San Francisco, and I was like, no, I got the right idea.
Harder to vandalize.
The vandalization stuff too, like I think there's so many people that, like even the protest, I tweeted about the protest, and like I have all these people DMing me and commenting on that thinking it's fake or staged it. Even the Verge today wrote an article on that, the protest, and like their headline and like the things that they think it was like store generated. We're like joking that it could be because I guess no one else has posted photos about it, but like I can't describe it to anyone else, and like no one will believe it, but I just don't care because I feel like I would do it for myself, but I just wouldn't enjoy it if it was faked. I wouldn't feel like I deserved maybe the publicity or the reach it gets and things like that. I have done 100% zero meddling in anything other than putting the ads up. I never contributed to the graffiti or anything like that. I think I planned to create chaos. I think it's also like I knew that would happen. If you look back at my tweets, the night before the ads went up, I posted a glorious V for Vendetta quote. It's all going according to plan, 100%. I look forward to seeing the French graffiti in the Parisian subways, though, in a couple months. I think that'll be entertaining.
So speaking to that, how do you feel about the graffiti? Was it intentional? Did you intentionally want graffiti there?
I intentionally wanted a conversation to happen about, AI friendship, but I don't even remember anymore is the thing. Like, I feel like I honestly don't remember. I remember when the first times I mean, it was definitely engineered for that, but you just can't predict how people are going to act. Like, I had no idea what would happen. I thought it would be like, I don't know. I mean, there's like a couple of ingredients that you can just put into things that make things work, and I feel like I've got that down to a science now. Like, I've not really ever missed with it. This is kind of the 4th time in a row that I've been able to strangle society like this, and I feel like it's kind of easy once you figure it out, because it's really about engineering a story, more than anything. Like, I wanted it to be the largest New York City subway campaign of all time, just so that I can say that, and then being able to say that carries it far more than anywhere else, because that's the hook, and everything else figures itself out. I think also, like, when you do things in the right artistic ways, especially, people are able to then build on top of that very easily. And I have been very unmeddling or very like I don't care at all what people do. People can morph the ads into anything they want. And the Heineken people basically took my pictures and messed with it, right? And go for it. Like I really don't care as long as all roads lead back to friend.com. I do not believe that anything that I have been doing is like rage bait marketing or performance art or a lot of these things people say. I think that it's just a really good marketing campaign that is done artistically, and I think doing it artistically is the highest tier of doing anything at all anyways. Um, and like the cultural victory is, like, let's say United States, right? We have an absolute cultural victory over the entire world. Taliban's wearing Spider-Man shirts. We don't watch Chinese movies, they watch our movies. We've won. And like at the end of the day, that is the most important victory to be had, the cultural victory. There's thousands of friends out there now. I now live forever. And anyone that complains, I mean, can you say the same?
Do you mind demonstrating the product?